So Ryan, a very sort of frustrating game overall, but can you sum up the game for us from your perspective?
I think we do enough to win the game, to be honest. I think Tamworth are good. You know, they're a hard-working team. They're physical. They're street-wise. They're well drilled. You know, and we scored an really good goal from Reese. You know, and unfortunately, we allowed them in for their goal. But you know, it happens.
And sort of taking that early lead, you know, they put on a lot of pressure early, but for us to go the other end and score in what was a really quiet first half, that was an important thing going into half time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as you've seen the two games across the board, there's not many chances, you know, because it is two very even teams. I would say that alongside us, they're the best team in the league. But as I said before, I think that we do enough to win the game. It's just that, you know, a little moment here and there, which, you know, we get done with. Although I don't think it's a penalty again, but that's football, as I said. You know, decisions go against you, decisions go for you. You know.
And as you say, very, very tight games and very physical as well. You know, it took a bit of time for sort of Harriers to deal with that intense physicality and that roughness, but you know, as the game went on, it did sort of play a big part in that game.
No, 100%. I think when I first come to the club, it's been just over a year ago, I think a lot of people have said that Harriers can be soft, and I was told that all the time. I don't see it with that group of boys. Although they are a slight, you know, physical, you know, not so physical team, very technical. I think they stood up to it very well there, and I think I don't want to criticise a referee, and I don't want to do that. But I think in another game, I think they have a few sending offs. However, what I'm trying to say is I think my boys, they handled that very well, and they didn't get involved in any of the antics that they were doing.
And yeah, as you say, there was a lot of bookings, but it didn't really fly off the handle as bad as it potentially could have done, and the lads did well to sort of keep the game in check.
Yeah, no, as I said to Els on the bench, it feels like a first team game. You know, it was very physical, it was very cagey, and as I said, I think my boys, they've really matured, and I think they stood up to it, and it's just very unfortunate that we haven't come away with 3 points, to be honest. And
looking forward now, 8 points behind Tamworth, but with 4 games in hand, you know, it's still all to play for, and it's still in our hand, which is the most important thing, isn't it?
100%, and that's what I've just said to the boys there. I says, you know, understandably they're upset, and I want them to be, you know, because it's a game that we should have won. However, we have to pick ourselves up. It's my job to pick them up, and that's what I'll do, you know, up until Wednesday, and then we go to Racing Club Warwick. We get the 3 points, and then, you know, we just carry on winning, you know, and that's all we can do. Carry on putting performances together and carry on winning games.
So Harrison, a really frustrating game today, but we still got a point out of it, so there are positives. Can you sum up the game for us?
I think we've been all over them all game. First half, obviously, we've got the lead 1-0. Going at half time, we've been all over them, and then just a little mistake, and they've gone through. Personally, I don't think it's a penalty, but it's where the game's played.
And it's sort of the second time in 2 games against Tamworth it's been an arguable decision of a penalty, but you know, it's a case if we just put that behind us and now just move on for the rest of the season, don't we?
Definitely, we're still on for the league really. And I think it's very doable, but I think we've got to remember silly mistakes we can't let them happen. Big games, take our chances. And
today a really sort of physical game, a really sort of a scrappy game, but it's these different sort of games in this league, isn't there, that we just need to match them. I think we did match them today, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. There are some big physical teams in this league, but it's about getting up to the task and then getting your body in and pushing around. Physical sides, you got to match them.
And looking forward to the rest of the season now. 8 points behind Tamworth, but with 4 games in hand, so it is in our hands to win the league.
Definitely doable. It's just whether we want it or not. 3 points aren't going to get given to us, so we've got to work hard.
And it's that mentality that we've got to carry into all the rest of the games, haven't we?
Definitely. We can't. 3 points don't just come, as I've said. You've got to work for them, got to play well.